Scotland's weather pattern is changing. With water scarcity predicted to occur more frequently, how can land managers prepare? In September 2025, more than a third of all areas monitored for water scarcity were recorded at significant scarcity. We need to ensure that our farms are prepared. In this three-part video series, we will discuss how you can mitigate and prepare for water scarcity on farm, discussing hazard, exposure, and your vulnerability. In this video, we will discuss how to assess and understand your exposure level on farm. When we discuss exposure, we mean how much water do you have, when do you need it, how reliant are you to one water source. It might be a silly question, but you want to know what types of water source that you have available to you. So that might be groundwater, that might be surface water, might be lagoons, could be rainwater. In terms of around the farm, you want to map the areas on the farm where you use that water, and is it just one source or are they interconnected? It might only be one place that you can access that water. Once you've created your maps, you then want to meter, so you want to know how much water you're requiring for that crop, and in doing so you can understand your requirements and if you need more in that area. So understanding your peak demands through the growing season and for your crop, you then want to understand your soil water holding capacity of that land, and that might be the climatic water available or the soil itself. That'll give you a good indication as to what your irrigation needs will be, whether you're in a deficit or in a surplus. So using all that information, you can then understand if the water that you have available is actually what you need, or do you need more, and in which case you can look at different infrastructure and other ways of building resilience. Or in fact, you might even need less, or might not even need to go on as frequently as you possibly think. So practically, in order to be efficient with your water use, you want to make sure that your equipment's well maintained, that there's no leaks in pipes works, and that your pumps are well serviced and maintained, and also that you can move the equipment to the area that you need and you're not trailing it long distances. So once you've gathered that information, you can, again in the crew guidance document, you can point, score your exposure, and this then gives you a good indication of where you are and what the requirements might be. So that might be you need more backup storage, or you might be absolutely fine, in which case you can continue to irrigate as responsibly and efficiently as possible. So next steps, measure what matters. Meters on main lines pay for themselves by finding leaks and confirming peaks. Match peaks with buffering. Storage and correct pump or pipe sizing turns a fragile system into a robust one. Reality check the paperwork as well. Ensure licence limits and conditions align with your calculated peak needs before the season starts.